Okay, let's have this first problem. Daniela is sitting on a 1.10 meter high wall and his mass is 45 kilograms. Calculate his mechanical energy. So same process, let's have Gresa. For the given, we have the height of 1.10 meters and the mass is 45 kilograms. So we are asked to calculate this mechanical energy. So since we have the height here, we will be using the acceleration due to gravity, 9.8 meters per square second. Notice that I didn't write the signs. I did not write negative 9.8 because energy is a scalar quantity. It does not depend on the direction of the object. So it is okay na ilagay natin na positive 9.8 meters per square second lang siya. So we already have this. We are required to find the total mechanical energy for this problem. For the equation, that will be ME is equal to PE plus KE. Alright, then finally, we can substitute this for us to solve. ME is equal to PE is equal to MGH. So we will write here MGH plus KE. Then we substitute. So M is 45 kilograms. The acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meters per square second. And your height, which is 1.10 meters. Plus KE, which is not given, wala tayong given na speed. Therefore, kinetic energy will be 0. So we just have the amount of potential energy for this problem. So solve natin siya. 45 times 9.8 times 1.10, we get 485.1 joules. That is your total mechanical energy. Next problem, we have sample problem number 2. Kimberly accidentally brushed off a 1.10 kilogram flower pot that it fell from a height of 8.19 meters above the ground. What is the kinetic energy of the flower pot once it reaches the ground? So this is a different problem from the first that we had a while ago. So given tayo, the mass of the flower pot is 1.10 kilograms and its height above the ground is 8.19 meters. So ang hinahanap natin dito is the kinetic energy as it reaches the ground. So that will be the final kinetic energy. Kasi syempre, kapag may potential energy kasi initial, you also have the kinetic energy sa initial. And after the process, meron kang final potential, meron ka ding final kinetic energy. So we are looking for the final kinetic energy here. Okay? So we already have the height. Pwede nating ilagay yung ating acceleration due to gravity, which is 9.8 meters per square second. Again, the sign of the acceleration due to gravity is not important this time because energy is a scalar quantity. It does not depend on the direction of the object. Okay, so if we're going to illustrate this, this is the flower pot and its distance from the ground, let's say for example, it is on a table, its distance from the ground is 8.19 meters. Alright? So at this point, nung hindi pa nalalaglag yung flower pot natin, the amount of potential energy of the flower pot is maximum. So that is your initial potential energy. And whenever the potential energy is in its maximum, therefore the kinetic energy will be 0. Okay? Then afterwards, nalaglag yung flower pot, this time the potential energy becomes 0 kasi habang nalalaglag or habang lumiliit yung distance ng isang object from the ground, unti-unting nababawasan yung kanyang potential energy until it reaches 0, and that's the time when the kinetic energy will be in its maximum. Okay? So ito yung amount ng kinetic energy natin, yung hinahanap natin kapag nakarating na siya sa ground. So equation natin will be law of conservation of energy. That will be the initial mechanical energy must be equal to the final mechanical energy after the process. So that will be PEI plus KEI equals PEF plus KEF. Alright? Then that's the time we can substitute. So PE can be written as MGHI plus KEI, that is 0. Remember, ang initial kinetic energy natin nung nasa taas yung pot ay 0. So we will write 0 here. Equals PEF. So PEF natin dito, ayan. Nung nakarating na siya sa ground, the final potential energy has become 0 plus KEF. Alright? Then, substitute M is 1.10 kilograms times 9.8 meters per second squared times the height 8.19 meters equals KEF. So no need to write the 0. I'll just move this a little bit. Ayan. So multiply this. 1.10 times 9.8 times 8.19. Answer is 88.29 joules. So that is your final kinetic energy. So as you can see, yung nakuha nating final kinetic energy is the amount of the initial potential energy of the system. Kung ano yung potential energy niya nung hindi pa siya nalalaglag, yun yung magiging amount ng kinetic energy niya after niyang malaglag sa table. So that is the maximum amount of the energies of the flower pot. And lastly, we have problem number 3. A 21 kilogram object falling towards the earth has a speed of 9 meters per second when it is 90 meters above the ground. What will be its speed when it is 5 meters above the ground? Okay, given natin is the mass of the object, which is 21 kilograms, and the initial speed 9 meters per second. Kapag yung kanyang displacement or yung height from the ground is 90 meters. So HI will be 90 meters. Okay, what will be its speed when it is 5 meters above the ground? So meron tayong final height which is 5 meters. We are looking for the final speed, that is VF. Sulat rin natin yung acceleration due to gravity, 9.8 meters per square second. Ang equation na gagamitin natin is the law of conservation of energy, that is PEI plus KEI equals PEF plus KEF. So we can also write this as MGHI plus MV squared over 2I equals MGHF plus MV squared over 2F. Okay, so since mahaba yung ating equation, i-derive muna natin yung ating gagamiting final equation. So ang hinahanap natin is the VF. So yung VF is nandito sa side na to. So lipat natin yung MGH dun sa kabila. That will be MGHI plus MVI squared over 2 minus, so transpose natin, MGHF equals MV squared F over 2. So dahil meron tayong 2 dito sa ilalim, multiply natin both sides by 2 para mag-cancel yung denominator. Okay, this will become 2MGHI plus MV squared I minus 2MGHF equals MV squared F. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung ating VF i-divide natin both sides by m. So, divided by m divided by m. So, this will cancel out. Proceed tayo dito. That will become v squared f is equal to 2mghi plus mvi squared minus 2mghf over m. So, para makuha natin yung v, kasi naka-square pa to, we get the square root of both sides. So, this will cancel. This will become vf is equal to 2mghi plus mv squared I minus 2mghf over m. Pwede na natin ngayon i-substitute to. For the solution, substitute na natin ito. So that will be Vf is equal to 2 times mass, which is 21 kilograms. Do not forget to write the unit. Times G, 9.8 meters per square second, times Hi is 90 meters, plus 21 kilograms, yun yung ating mass. Ang VI natin is 9 meters per second. Naka-square tong nasa ating formula, so that will be squared. Minus 2, 21 kilograms times 9.8 meters per second squared times HF natin is 5 meters. Dito na lang sa baba kasi hindi na po kasya. Over M, 21 kilograms. Okay, then we simplify. Ito munang nasa unahan. 2 times 21 times 9.8 times 90. 37044 kilogram meter squared over second squared. I forgot. That should be square root. Square root pala dapat. My bad. Okay? Square root plus, ito naman ang isimplify natin, 21 kilograms times 9 squared. Remember, naka-square yun ha. That is 1701 kilogram meter squared over second squared. Minus, ito naman ang isimplify natin. 2 times 21 kilograms times 9.8 meters per square second times 5. 2058 kilogram meter squared over second squared over 21 kilograms. I'll move this para may space. Add natin tong tatlo sa itaas. 37,044 plus 17,001 minus 2058 kilogram meter squared over second squared. We get 36,687 kilogram meter squared over second squared over 21 kilograms. So that is square root. Cancel natin si kilograms. Then simplify. This will become square root of 36,687 meters squared over second squared divided by 21. That is 1747 meters squared over second squared. Okay, now we get the square root of this answer. Final answer is VF equals 41.80 meters per second. This is the final answer that we get from that problem.